Hi y'all, so welcome back to my channel. I'm outside dashing or whatever, and I just want to talk because that's what I really love to do, and it's just on my heart to speak on the importance of trusting yourself and the decisions that you make and the things that you say, because that is something that I have struggled a long time with. Something that, I am still getting better at is trusting myself, something that I'm trying to put into practice here because it is easier said than done. And, I want to make it a point that sometimes you get these callings and these feelings that you need to be doing something that's kind of out of the norm for what it is that you're doing because you think you have control over your life, but you don't. Let me tell you, I don't know who you guys believe in or what you believe in or what spiritual practices you may partake in, but one thing I'm going to tell you is that we all have a God in us, and oftentimes we call that our higher selves, our little voice in our head or something like that, telling us to do something that sometimes don't be making sense, but for some reason you feel as though it's right, but you're scared to make that leap of faith because you've never done it before and it is out of your comfort zone, and you're still scared about what others are going to think of you and how you're going to turn out looking. But that doesn't matter. Like, do you say what you're going to say? You know what I mean? Like, stand on it. One verse that has been stuck in my head a lot lately is from Chance the Rapper's song Finish Line. He said, I've been lying to my body, can't rely on myself. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, and that's another thing that I struggle with. Like, I would lie to myself about how it is that I'm feeling, or I wouldn't allow myself to feel negative emotions. And negative emotions are as okay as positive emotions. Like, sometimes I don't be feeling good. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I'm this, sometimes I'm that. And I would override those feelings with either quote unquote toxic positivity or like a feeling outside of what I was quote unquote, like, not quote unquote, but outside of what I was actually feeling, because I didn't want others around me to be impacted by my emotions. But sometimes you don't have a choice in how you're going to feel when you feel it. Like, and nobody can tell you how to feel. And honestly, how you feel really shouldn't be anybody else's problem or worry or concern. Like, yes, it is good to, like, make sure others are okay if you're not feeling well or stuff like that. But what I'm saying is nobody else can dictate the way that you feel. Point blank, period. Like, and that's on that. Like, nobody can tell you how to feel. Nobody can regulate those emotions for you. They're just things that you need to go through, and they're things that you need to feel. And oftentimes I would make myself feel a different type of way out of fear of how other people will react to me. And I've learned that it's okay to let people be upset with you if maybe how you're feeling isn't in accordance to whatever plan that they had going on in their heads for them. It's okay, if somebody, it doesn't even matter how somebody else feels. Feel how you feel. Because for a while I did lie to myself about how I was feeling for a while, and that has impacted me very negatively, especially within all my relationships. There was always some sort of animosity there because I never spoke on how I truly felt out of fear of how they would feel. And again, I was neglecting myself, and I don't want to do that. I was lying to myself. And not only that, but there were certain boundaries that I put in place for myself. So yeah, I was just lying to myself about how I felt, and there was like certain things that I hadn't worked with because I never let myself feel those emotions that I felt towards how somebody treated me, or just all that silly stuff. But now I am acknowledging that, and I'm taking the time to truly heal from those things. And it's okay to heal from things you haven't healed from yet. It's okay to heal from things that happened many moons ago. Like, healing happens at literally a molecular level, so it's going to take time. It is absolutely going to take time, and sometimes it takes a very long time, but you need to be patient with yourself. Like, very patient. And there's certain things, there's a certain version of yourself that you need to let go of in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to change. Like, you know, there's certain people you got to let go of in order to grow and in order to change, because they hold a past version of yourself that you may no longer want to associate with anymore, that you no longer are, or they just won't allow you to change. You know what I mean? Like, they are, you know, in awe of this version of yourself that, you know, they first met, that you no longer are, you know, and they hold you to those expectations of that person. But like, changing is evolutionary, it's revolutionary. You know what I mean? It is a revolt in and of itself to demand change. But yeah, I'm gonna hold off on these thoughts and we're gonna keep it pushing later.